Happy day, students. Today I am going to deal with 10th standard English figures of speech. First of all, we must know why do we apply makeup in order to beautify ourselves. In the same way, the poet uses figures of speech in order to beautify the poem. First of all, we should know the definition. A figure of speech is actually a form of expression used to convey different meaning or heighten the effect, often by comparing or identifying. It is commonly and frequently used in poems. There are many poetic devices used in our poems. For further explanation, a figure of speech is a deviation from ordinary use of words in order to increase their effect. Basically, it is a figurative language that may consist of a single word or phrase. It may be a simile, a metaphor, or personification to convey the meaning other than the literal meaning. There are many poetic devices. Today we shall see some. Let us see about them. First one, it is simile. It is a comparison between two distinctly different things. A simile is a comparison of two things using the words like or as. So it is indicated by as or like or just as. You can see in the screen. As sweet as pie. As is there, colorful like crayons. And in our syllabus we have in the poem, no men are foreign. In the sixth poem we have one simile only. Like us the land our brothers walk upon. So this is an example of simile given in our poem. Further we can see busy as a bee, sparkle like diamonds, hungry as a bear, flat as a pancake, hard as a rock. Next we shall move on to the second figure of speech, that is metaphor. Metaphor is nothing but implied simile used without as or like or just as. So we see here, it compares two things by saying that one is something else. Usually it uses the words, the be verbs, that is, are, was, or were. See the example. My life is a movie. Life is being compared to a movie using the word is. And you see here, they are clowns in maths class. They are being compared to clowns using the word are. Further we see, if we use like means it will become simile. My life is like a movie means it is a simile. They are like clowns in math class means it is simile. But here directly we are giving that is implied simile. Okay, metaphor is an implied simile. And we have so many similes in our poems. First poem you have in the life, happy heart, new friendship, high adventure. Okay, in poem 3 also we have so many similes. You see, she is a lioness. A woman is compared to a lioness. She is a lioness. Don't mess with her. In poem 6 we have hells of fire. Okay, hells of fire. This is also metaphor. Now coming to the next third one, that is personification. Here inanimate objects and abstract ideas, that is imaginary ideas, are portrayed as a living thing. You see here in personification we are giving human qualities to animals or objects. Example, if you see you will understand. The stars winked at me. See, only human beings wink at others. But here the stars are personified. So this is personification. Further we see in our poem, that is house on Elm Street, we have this personification. This house on Elm Street, it sat alone. The very first line says it sat alone. It refers to the house on Elm Street. So it is, the house is personified. Human beings only sit. So this is an example for personification. Further you see, beside the house sits a tree. In the same poem we see. So a tree is there. The tree also sits. The poet is using it as sits. So this is also an example for personification. Let's move on to the next figure of speech, that is metonymy. Metonymy is meant for a change of name. It is a substitute of the thing, names for a thing meant. So actually we can see in the poem 6, beneath all uniforms a single body breathes. In the poem No Men Are Foreign, the poet uses these lines. Okay, so here uniforms refer to the soldiers who wear different types of uniforms during wartime, you know. Further we see, we use White House. The White House refers to the United States President or thumb. Okay, so a single word, you see, it will refer to President. Further we see the crown, a minister of the crown. So the crown is known for its authority. Okay, so this refers to metonymy. Moving on to the fifth figure of speech, that is hyperbole. Hyperbole is an extreme exaggeration of a situation using a humor. So what do you mean by extreme? Overstatement. You see the example, you will understand. Crying a river. Crying for a long time is referred as crying a river. Okay, then you see further, that boy is holding a box. It weighs a ton. That means it is very heavy. And in our poem, we have, in the Secret of the Machines, we have this line, we will serve you 4 and 20 hours a day. So we refers to the machines, that is personification, and serve you 4 and 20 hours a day. That means we are not making the machines to work 24 hours a day. It is over exaggeration. So this is an example for hyperbole. Coming to the next, that is the sixth figure of speech is synecdoche. It is a figure of speech in which a part of something is used to represent the whole thing. In other words, something is represented as a big thing and a big thing is represented as a small thing. You see these examples, you will understand. I have 4 mouths to feed at home. Translation you take, I have 4 family members to feed at home. So the mouths refer to the part. It is used to represent actually the people, the whole thing. So I can cite some more examples. See, has Ronnie got wheels? So wheels are part of this car. So it refers to car. So a part of something, a small thing is referred to as a big thing. Further you see, can you spare your wallet? Wallet means, you know, it's a purse containing some money. So here you are asking, can I get some money from your wallet? So these are the examples you can give. And further in our syllabus, in House on Elm Street, we have this line. It has a ton of space. See, the house on Elm Street, if you take the haunted rooms, it has a ton of space. Dear students, This is an example for synecdoche. Hope you have understood this figures of speech. 6 figures of speech today we have dealt. We shall deal the remaining in the next class. Thank you.